Hello everyone, we are back again with our latest video on SQL tutorial Ebikacho by Ebikacho Groups. And this is day 4 set 0.2 of 30-day SQL interview question series. And this video is getting recorded on 2nd of May 2025. So without any delay, let's move on to the first question of this video. And this video will cover some query based question on Windows function. Okay, and Windows function is the advanced concept in SQL, and basically this particular question set will contain only query based question. Okay, so no theoretical question in this set. Now move on to the first question of today's video. Okay, so the first video is like using row number to assign a rank. So the question is write a query to assign a row number to each employee order by salary in descending order. Okay, so basically we need to provide rank to each of the employee using the row number Windows function. So we have already created table for this particular question. So this is SQL interview new temporary database we have created, and here we have the DBO employees table, and this is the different table. This is not the same table that we are using from now. Okay, so this is a different table. So here we have the employee ID, name, department, salary, and hire date. Okay, now move on and try to resolve each of the questions one by one. So the first question is like write a query to assign a row number to each employee order by salary in descending order. So this is a simple question, and the solution for this will be like we need to apply the row number function. So select star and then the table name we will mention, so that intelligence will work for us. So select star from employees table, and then here we will apply a row number function to assign row number to each of the rows. Okay, to each of the employees. Now row underscore number, and then over, and the salary need to be ordered in descending order. So over order by salary in descending order, DESC. Okay, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question, and the alias also we will provide as rank, RNK. Okay, now execute this, and this is the final query. So when we execute this, what we are getting as output, so here you can see a rank number column is added in the output, and it is each of the row has been provided one rank. Okay, this is clear. Now those employee who have duplicate data, to them the same rank is provided, but I think no record is duplicate here. Okay, that is coming by glitch. Now move on to the next question. Okay, so basically Windows function is the advanced concept in SQL that you need to remember, and the beginners who will not understand anything in this particular set, then tomorrow we will load one video on Windows function, and then you need to go to that particular video on Windows function in detail. We will take the series, and then you need to come back and resolve these questions. Okay, so don't worry if you don't understand anything here, and those who have the experience levels and who knows about Windows function, they can use these particular questions and sit in the interview for taking the interview. Okay, now move on to the next question. So the second question, using rank function for salary ranking. Okay, so question is show employee salary and rank them within their department. So within their department we need to rank them, so we need to use partition by also. Okay, now copy this question and we will move on to SSMS to resolve this. Okay, so copy this and now paste it here. So show employee salary and rank them within their department. So why we have kept this one? Okay, now comment this out, and the solution for this will be like we need to use rank here, rank Windows function. So select star from employees, and then we will apply the rank function here. So paste like comma rank, and then over partition why we are doing, because we need the rank within their department, within the employees department. So we need to do the partition here, so that the result set will come within the departments of each employee. Okay, so partition by partition by department order by salary, show employee salaries. Okay, order by salary, employee salary. So all the columns I think not required. What are the columns we can display here? I will tell you. Like name we will display, department and salary we can display. So here you can write like name, department, department, and the salary column. Salary column. We will perform by star also, but here no need of a star because the result set will look little bit hazy from that. Now execute this, and this is the final solution that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Now execute this. So here you can see name, department, and department wise we are getting the ranks, and mention it as rank, RNK rank. Okay, now execute this, and then here you can see department wise ranking it has provided 1 2 3, and then for HR 1 2 3, and then for IT 1 2 3 4. Okay, now you got this, and how to use the rank function from this example also you will understand. Okay, and don't worry if you don't understand anything, we are telling again, tomorrow only we are going to load a full video on Windows function, how Windows function are working and what are the types of Windows function. So tomorrow you will find that particular video on our channel also, and in this video also we will attach that link. Okay, so don't worry about that. Now move on to the third question. So third, what we have, using dense rank. Now we need to apply the dense rank. So for what purpose we need to apply the dense rank? The question is like display employees rank by hire date, employees ranked by hire date within their department. Okay, so we need to rank employees by hire date within their departments using the dense rank function. Okay, so move on to SSMS and check the solution for this. So the final solution for this will be like select, and again here also we will use the name, department, and hire date also we will select here, hire date, and salary also, take the salary also, salary, then comma, from which table, from employees table, and then we need to apply the dense rank for providing ranking to the employees by hire date within their department. Okay, so the dense rank function will be like dense underscore rank. So intelligence is providing us the function. Now over, and then we need to do the partition by department because we need the employees ranking within their department only. So do the partition by department, and then order by hire date. Okay, hire date. Now this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer. Now provide that yes also as rank. And for the Windows function, one of our viewer has told us to make videos on interview question related to means Windows function, joins and CTs. So joins and CTs we will load later. Today we are loading Windows function questions, and then later on we will load the joins and CTs questions also. So this is the final solution for this particular question. Okay, now execute this and check. So here you can see we are getting each of the records ranked by their hire date and then under their department only. Like finance, for finance we have ranked 1 2 3, and this is according to the hire date order. Okay, so we have ordered by hire date ascending, so in ascending order the hire date is coming. Okay, this is clear. Now for HR we have this 1 2 3, and then for IT we have this 1 2 3 4. Okay, now move on to the next question. This is how we can apply the dense rank. So then we have the fourth question. So using lag to compare salaries. Okay, so basically lag function, what it will do, I will tell you a little bit brief. The lag function will provide you the previous record. Okay, previous row record. So what it is telling, we need to compare the salaries of first employee and the previous to him. Okay, him or her. Okay, so the question is like, so each employee's salary and their previous employee's salary. Okay, so the question will come like this, and in the interviews you will not get this particular thing like using which function you need to find out. You just be getting the questions only. So the each employee's salary and their previous employee's salary, so like this only you will get the question, not this particular thing. We have means added this for our preference, means so that we will check and let you know also that which particular function we are applying on which particular question. Okay, because Windows function is new to our channel, So Windows function, tomorrow once we load the video on Windows function full tutorial, then you will be easily resolving each of the questions. For now, just see the questions and understand how we are writing them and what are the syntaxes for that. And those who are expert already, they can practice these questions also. Okay. So the fourth question is using lag to compare salaries. So show each employee salary and their previous employee salary. Now move on to SSMS and check how to write the query for this. So the query for this will be like, we need the current employee salary and the previous employee salary. Okay, so for this we need to like select name, and then we will take the department also, we will take department, and the salary we will take. Okay, salary, and then from which table? From employees table. From employees table. Now we need the previous salary and the current salary. So how to apply that? So lag, and lag what? Salary. Salary. Okay, and then how many spaces we need to go, how many row down we need to go? We need to go one row down. Okay, and then we need to put 0. Okay, because we are, so this 0 stands for what purpose, that I will tell you later on. Okay, or yes, later on tomorrow video we will let you know what this 0 stands for. So now lag salary 1 comma 0, and then over order by salary. So each employee salary and their previous employee salary. Okay, order by salary. SALARY. Okay, now we understand. This 0 stands for if, means if take like previous value we are taking. So the for the first employee, the previous value is null. So in place of null, what value we need to add? So 0 stands for that. So in place of null, we are putting 0. Okay, now got it. Now move on to the solution for this. So lag salary 1 comma 0 over order by salary as previous salary. Previous salary. Why this particular is providing? So comma is missing here. Now this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. So for finding out current salary and the previous salary. Now execute this, and here you can see we are getting salary and the previous salary. So 50,000 is the first, for first employee. The previous salary is null, so 0 it is coming as we have mentioned. And if we mention like 2, then 2 will come. Okay, now execute this, then you can see 2 is coming. Okay, so this particular place is for the value which is coming as null while applying the lag. Okay, so now you can see from the second record 52,000, the previous salary is 50,000. Third record 53,000, previous record is 52,000. Fourth record 60,000, previous record is 53,000, and so on. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have? Next we have the fifth question. So using lead to see next salary. Okay, so we need to use the lead function to use to see the next salary. So what the lead function is doing? So as the lag function is providing the previous means record, the lead function is providing the next record. Okay, so by this we can see the next salary. So the question will be like, so each employee's salary and the next highest salary. Okay, so highest salary here we need to provide. So we need to order by salary in descending order. That is the trick here. Okay, so now try to resolve this question. Comment this out. So the solution for this will be like, select name, department, and the salary, comma, we need to use the lead function because we need the next record. So lead salary, and then 1 comma 0. So here why we are putting 0? Because at the last record will not have any next record, so that's why their null value will come. So we will place 0 in place of that. Okay, this is clear. Now over, and here we need salary and the next highest salary. So we need to order by salary in descending order. Okay, DESC. Okay, from which table? From employees table, from EMPLOYWS. And these table data and script you will find at our Telegram channel, so you can join that Telegram channel also if you need the table scripts and table data and table structure. Okay, now as next salary, next salary. Okay, now execute this, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Now here you can see it is providing like order by salary descending. So this is the highest salary and this is the next highest salary, this is the next highest salary and this is the next highest salary. Okay, and at the last you can see here no next value is coming, so 0 is coming from here. Okay, now this is clear. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, next we have the sixth question. So using sum as a Windows function, so now we need to use the sum. So what is the question for that? Calculate cumulative salary for employees ordered by hire date. So what is the cumulative salary stands here? So the cumulative salary will provide like addition of salary with each row changing. Okay, so first row, the first row has one value, then first and second row adding first and second row, then third row, then adding first, second and third row, then fourth row adding first, second, third and fourth row. Like that is called the cumulative salary. So how to apply the sum Windows function and find out the cumulative salary for employees, we will check here. Okay, now copy this question and move on to SSMS for this particular question solution. Now paste this. So we here we need to calculate the cumulative salary for employees ordered by hire date. Okay. So the solution for this will be like select name, department, department, comma salary. Salary department is not required here because department we are not showing anything. So name and salary is fine. Okay. And then we need the cumulative sum of salary. So sum of what? Sum of salary, and then over order by hire date, hire date. Okay, so hire date column also we will take uh, hire date, hire date. Okay, this is clear. And now from which table we need the records? From employees table. So from employees, employees table. Okay, and put alias here, close the parenthesis, put alias like as c sum, cumulative sum, as cumulative. So this cumulative sum will come in your means interview question also, and while you are going to work, then at that time also these concepts will come very soon. Okay, so means pick this concepts very clearly. Now execute this, and this is the final solution for this particular question. Okay, now execute this. So here you can see we are getting the salary. So for first salary nothing is there, first salary is equal to first salary, second salary first plus second cumulative, for then first, second, third, then the cumulative salary, then first, second, third, fourth, the cumulative salary, and this particular is the total sum 645,000. Now copy this, and if you find out the sum, okay, sum of salary, then you will get this particular result. Okay, so do that also. Select sum of salary from employees table, employees table. Okay, now execute this and you will find out the same value. So 645,000, 645,000. Okay, this is clear. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, next we have the seventh question. So using average to find moving average. Now here we need to find the moving average, means this is same as the cumulative sum above we are finding. Here now we need to find out the moving average, means average as per the rows. Okay, so what it is telling question, get the moving average salary of employees in order of hire date. So in order of hire date we need the moving average of salary. Now copy this question and move on to SSMS. So the fourth solution for this will be also similar to the above one, but here we need to find out the moving average instead of cumulative sum. So for moving average what we write, select name, comma salary, hire date also we will take, hire date is getting ordered by hire date, so hire date also we will add hire date, and then salary, and then here we need the average, avg, average of salary, salary, and then over order by hire date, hire date, and this is the from which table? So from employees table, from yellow white employees table. Put alias here, alias is missing here, as moving average, moving avg. Okay, and this is the final solution for this particular question that you need to provide to the interviewer. Now execute this and check the result set what it is coming. So here you are seeing, like for the first record 80,000 is 80,000, second record first second by 2 77.500, and similarly all the records are going so on. So this is the final average. So if you find out the final average means like complete average of the salary, then you will get this result. So select, we will check that also, select avg average salary from employees table, okay. Now execute this and this particular result will come here, get it commented 64500. Now execute it. So here you are getting 64500. Now this is clear to everyone. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, next we have the eighth question, using first value. Okay, so each of the windows function we are using here in this particular set. Okay, so this will be very good for practicing also, and tomorrow once we upload the windows function video, then your concept will get clear for each and every question. Okay, so don't worry about that if you are not understanding anything currently. Okay, now, eighth question is using first value, and the question for this is find the employee who was hired first. Okay, so the first value, what it will do? So first value will provide you the first value. Okay, so here we need the employee who was hired first. So who was hired first? The hiring date of the employee, which is the minimum, that employee is hired first. Okay, the oldest hiring date is the first hiring. Okay, so for the solution for this will be like paste this question, and then the solution for this we will write like here, select name, and department we will take department, and hire date also we will take hire date. Okay, and then from which table, from employees table, and we need the first hired employee. So for first hired employee we are using first value function. So first value, and here you need to mention first value, what we need, first value name we need. Okay, and then over order by hire date, okay. And this is the final solution for this particular question. Now execute this and you will get the first employee. So here in the, as the alias also we will provide as first employee, first employee, employee, employee. Now execute this and check again. So here you are seeing Jack is the one who is hired first. Okay, so we are getting Jack as the output in the first employee name. Okay, now move on to the next question. So next what we have, and these functions are very important in SQL because Windows function is the best concept in SQL that you can apply for writing complex to complex queries. You are understanding once you are seeing the questions also. Now the ninth question, use last value. So the question is like find the most recent hired employee. So most recent hired employee means the employee whose joining date is the latest, means last hire date. Okay, so copy this and we will try to check the answer for this. So the solution for this will be little bit different from the previous one. Here we need to apply the last value, but last value what it will do, it will check from each rows. Okay, previous row to current row, it will check the last value. Okay, so what kind of result it will provide, first we will check, and how to resolve that, then we will check that also. Okay, so write the query first. So select name, and then hire date. These questions are these columns are enough, name and hire date. And then from which table, from employees table, and then here we need to apply the last value. So last value, why? Because we need the recently hired employee, latest hired employee. So last value of last value name we need, and then over order by hire date. Now if we execute this like this, as latest employee, employee. So if you execute this like this, then what it will be doing, we will check first. So you can see here, it is taking from the current row to the previous row only. It is checking like that. So current row to previous row, the last value. Okay, so you can see it is providing the result like this. But we don't want the result like this. We want the latest employee only. Okay, the latest hired employee. So for that, what you need to do, we need to use one more thing after the order by, which is rows, rows between, rows between, between unbounded, unbounded preceding, unbounded preceding, and put enter here, and unbounded following, unbounded following, wi ng, unbounded following. So what this condition will check, so this condition will check like rows between unbounded preceding, means before anything will come, and unbounded following, like after anything will come. So cover all the records at once and make them a single record. So what it will check, it will check from the whole record, like which is the last value. Now when we execute this, then we will get the latest hired employee. So David is the latest hired employee. Okay, you can see here 36/2021, which is the latest date. So David is our latest employee. Okay, so this is clear. Rows between unbounded preceding and unbounded following, this concept is also clear to everyone. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, next we have the last question, which is the 10th question. So using entile, so basically entile, what it will do, so entile is the Windows function which will split the records in equal partitions. Okay, so basically the question is like divide employees into three groups based on salary. So we need to divide the employees table into three groups based on their salaries. Okay, now copy this question and then we will check how the entile will work to resolve this particular question. Okay, now paste this. So divide employees into three groups based on salary. So the solution for this will be like, sorry for this, select star from employees, YWAS employees, and then we need to divide the employees table into three parts based on salary. So comma, comma, entile, entile, and then what we need, entile salary. On the basis of salary we need to divide. Okay, now when you execute this, this is the final solution to our answer. Okay, entire must have, okay, sorry, over clause we have missed. So over and then order by salary, salary. Okay, now execute this and this is the final solution as partition, partitioned, AONED, partitioned. Okay, and this is the final solution for our query. Okay, execute this and you can see, oh, what it is telling, the reference to column salary is not allowed in an argument to entire function. Okay, why it is not allowed? Only reference to column at an outer scope or standalone expression and subqueries are allowed here. Okay, so we need to mention, I guess, the column names. Okay, so name and then salary. Now when we try this, if it is executing or not, we will check. Control R. No, it is not working. Let me check once. Okay, so one mistake we are making here. So the mistake is like in entile we don't need to provide the column name, we need to provide the amount of partition we need. So amount of partition, how many we need? We need three partitions. Okay, sorry for this mistake. So into three group based on salary, so that is why order by salary. Okay, now when we execute this, this will provide us the three partitioned salaries. Okay, so here you can see it has partition based on the salary and provided a one ID to each of them. So this is ID 1 partition, this much 4 records, and this much 3 records for second partition, and for third partition 3 records. Okay, this is clear to everyone. And here in alt entire we need to provide the, in bracket we need to provide the number of partitions we need, not the column name. So remember this particular thing, and we will do the errors here only in the series. Then you will also know how many errors can come and what kind of errors can come if we apply a different logic. Okay, so thank you for watching. Thank you everyone, and many more videos are on the way. Do like, share and subscribe. And for the data sets, as we have mentioned, data set and table scripts, you can join our telegram channel through this particular scan code, or you will also get the link on our channel description and also on this particular video description. And tomorrow morning you will find the windows function complete means tutorial on our channel. So don't worry about that if you didn't understand anything on this particular set, but try to resolve these sets from your end, because these can be good, means windows function is a very good function that is required in SQL while you are going to work in big companies and all. So thank you for watching. Thank you everyone. And as we have mentioned previously also, that we are going to launch a full master series on SQL from beginner to advanced once we reach the milestone of 500 subscriber. So try to increase our subscriber count so that more and more people will benefit from that particular master series, because that master series will cover each and everything and you don't need to go anywhere instead of that particular playlist. That will be a complete thing. Okay, thank you everyone.